Hey guys, it's Chris. From a vaping dinosaur to a creepy slime monster washed up on an Australian beach, here are 10 of the strangest unidentified creatures that you won't believe exist. Number 10. Beast of Pointy Bodkin. In North Wales, a father and daughter were walking through the countryside when they spotted a cat-like creature sprinting through a local farmer's field. They believe the creature is what's known around the town as the Beast of Pointy Bodkin. They managed to catch the prowling monster on camera, though it's a little blurry looking in the pictures. All you can see in the photographs is a black shape that is clearly sprinting through the field. However, the father and daughter both witnessed it with clear vision, saying the beast was some kind of enormous cat, unlike anything that lives naturally in the area. What's funny is that right before the two saw it, they were discussing that it might be fake. Nobody knows what the Beast of Pointy Bodkin actually is, but there have been mounting reports of it terrorizing the Welsh countryside. Scientific experts claim the beast could be a panther, though where it came from is a complete mystery. Nobody's gotten close enough to see the thing. Still, there's obviously a large cat-like animal prowling the area, and locals are trying to convince the government to take action before it starts eating people's pets, or worse, people. Number 9. Vaping dinosaur. A new dinosaur has been discovered unlike anything else known to science. An illustration of the mysterious creature was recently published. It looks an awful lot like some kind of Pokemon exhaling vapor, but this isn't exactly a vaping dinosaur. Instead, scientists say it breathed in an exceptional way. The creature was first identified when scientists found the rib and sternum bones of an animal about the size of a turkey. They were recovered from South Africa back in 2009. The dinosaur is called Heterodontosaurus tucki, and over the following years, scientists digitally reconstructed its skeleton. And through this process, they realized that the weird monster breathed by expanding its chest and belly. It had special rib bones shaped like paddles that moved to facilitate breathing. This is quite different from how mammals like humans breathe by expanding and contracting their lungs. According to the Natural History Museum in London, H. tucki measured about 3 feet from nose to tail, and once roamed what is now South Africa about 200 million years ago during the early Jurassic period. This is the only dinosaur found to breathe in this way, and not many specimens have been found, making the more complex parts of its anatomy still a mystery. Number 8. Spanish dancer. A mysterious sea animal known as the Spanish dancer was recently spotted on a beach in Australia. Somebody found the corpse of the creature washed up with the tide. They couldn't tell what it was. It looked like an orange and red oil spill. The creature was flat, several feet wide, and very bright. It had a pattern of vibrant, mesmerizing colors, making it beautifully dangerous. If you see a mysterious creature with bright colors, it's probably a good idea to stay away, just as a general rule. At first, it wasn't really clear what this creature was. It looked like an alien blob that fell out of space. However, after pictures were uploaded online, people were quick to point out that this huge ink splotch on the beach was actually a type of slug. That's right, the Spanish dancer is the casual name for a very complex marine slug. These creatures live in tropical waters and almost only come out under the cover of darkness at night, making its appearance on the beach a little odd. As for why it's known as the Spanish dancer, it's because the sea slug moves through the water as if dancing, wriggling its body through the blue abyss like a breakdancer. Number 7. Monster from the deep. A horrifying monster was just found washed up on a Russian beach, and nobody knows what it is. The creature was found in one of the most remote places in Russia, on the shore in Sakhalin, a small island near the Japanese border. It was first discovered by soldiers patrolling the area, and according to the Daily Mail, the creature was so disturbing looking that special forces came in and removed the carcass. Apparently, they're studying it right now to see what kind of beast it really is. The thing had a long body, very sharp teeth, and a coat of what seemed to be black fur. It was also found mostly decomposed, with its massive skeleton partially buried in the sand. It had the head of a crocodile but the body of a whale, which was the reason for all the confusion. It also measured 20 feet long. And there aren't too many animals swimming around that can grow to such extraordinary lengths. After the photo went viral online, some biologists came forward to declare the creature was actually a beluga whale, which honestly would make this a little anticlimactic. Number 6. The alien corpse. Something else weird was found in Russia, and some are saying it's a mutant monster. The creature in question was discovered by a woman named Tamara as she waded in the shallows of the Kovashi River near a small town residing in the shadow of the Leningrad nuclear power plant. It looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. This place has quite a history of accidents and cover-ups, including one particularly nasty incident in 1975, when 3 people were killed when a cooling circuit unit ruptured. There have been fires, radiation spills, and all kinds of other mishaps. This is what makes it so believable that a mutant was found in the area. It kinda makes perfect sense, right? The creature was nicknamed Kesha after its discovery. It looked like a tiny extraterrestrial corpse, but was probably just a radioactive fish. It had a twisted, deformed head, no body, and what looked like a frog's leg growing out of it. People thought it was a mutant chicken embryo. Kesha was shipped to Moscow for further analysis, which is a little dubious. It conjures pictures of a top-secret underground lab, mitochondrial sequencing, and reverse alien probes. Kesha had alien conspiracy theorists blowing dust off their tinfoil hats. Number 5. The Panama Creature. The Panama Creature was first photographed near the small town of Cerro Azul in Panama in 2009. It's also called the Panama Monster, Panama ET, Cerro Azul Monster, Blue Stream Monster, and the Blue Hill Horror. According to local reports, the strange creature was found by a group of teenagers. They were playing near a cave when they said the creature came out and started walking towards them. Fearing for their lives, the kids started throwing sticks and rocks at it. They killed it, and then they took some photos and handed them over to a local television station, and no one was really sure what they were looking at. Just a few years before this, there was another unknown thing that appeared beached in Montauk too. Despite looking like some kind of naked alien in the end, the Panama creature really wasn't that bizarre. After its discovery, a biopsy was performed by the National Environmental Authority of Panama. They concluded that the body actually belonged to a brown-throated sloth. The reason it looked so strange is that it had decomposed underwater. All its hair had fallen out, giving it the appearance of a bloated, naked monster. After the biopsy, the dead sloth was given a respectful burial. On the other hand, the Montauk monster was never officially identified. It could be anything from a raccoon to a dead chupacabra, or maybe it was a different sloth. What do you think? Number 4. Lizard in amber. Scientists discovered a fossil trapped in a piece of amber that dates back 99 million years. Yes, it's a lot like the mosquito encased in amber from the movie Jurassic Park. But this creature was a little more interesting. It was, during its life, what researchers described as a very strange lizard. It was also one of the smallest lizards that ever roamed the Earth, with a skull that measures only 0.6 inches. It had a long snout, protruding nostrils like a bird beak, and very pointy teeth. The lizard was also found with bird-like characteristics, and this has given scientists a tough time trying to figure out its place on the evolutionary tree. This tiny lizard may have been a very early cousin of the bird. According to the University of California Museum of Paleontology in Berkeley, amber fossils form after a plant or animal gets trapped and locked in sticky resin from a coniferous tree. As time goes by, the resin hardens into amber around the organic matter and seals the organism away from oxygen and bacteria. This protects it from decay and environmental wear. Soft tissue is often retained in these fossils, such as the feathered wings torn from a bird, a feathered dinosaur's tail, and an ancient lizard's tongue. Even though scientists have reconstructed the lizard bird, they still don't really know what it was or how it even evolved. Almost 100 million years ago, it got stuck in sticky resin leaking out of a tree and fossilized. And so far, it's the only one of its kind to ever be discovered. Number 3. Creatures on the beach. A young girl named Holly Austin was recently exploring Alderwick Beach in the UK with her mother when she uncovered something that scared her beyond measure. She was just paddling along the beach enjoying the day, looking for some cool stuff, but she definitely was not looking for a creepy deep-sea creature. From out of nowhere, a mysterious shape appeared in the water. Luckily, the little girl had some pretty good instincts and she stayed away from it. She called for her mother, who could hear the panic in her daughter's voice, and she quickly rushed over. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Just a few inches from where her daughter had just been was a bizarre-looking creature that was just floating in the water. She had never seen anything like it before in her whole life. It looked like some kind of mutated jellyfish. Convinced her eyes were playing tricks on her, she took some photos of the beast and showed it to other locals. Everyone else was just as stunned as she was. The creature had weird tentacles, looking like worms wriggling out of the top of its body. They were green and purple, with its body being a darker shade of purple. It looked like it might be poisonous, but since nobody had ever seen it before, nobody could say for sure just how dangerous it was. Number 2. The giant thing egg. Chilean scientists discovered a giant egg recently in Antarctica, and whatever left it behind had to be enormous. The fossilized egg looked like a deflated football. Since its discovery in 2011, over 10 years ago, the specimen just sat buried in the collection of fossils at the National Museum of Natural History in Chile, unlabeled and unstudied. Scientists just called it the thing. But not long ago, a team of researchers from the University of Texas decided to analyze the giant egg and see what kind of beast may have birthed it. They found through their research that the egg came into existence about 66 million years ago. When it was laid, it would have been just shy of a foot tall, making it the largest soft-shelled egg ever found and the second largest egg ever laid that scientists know about. Before studying it, scientists didn't even know soft-shelled eggs could grow that big, but scientists still don't know what kind of creature popped out the egg. They say it was probably a giant marine reptile, something like an extinct mosasaur or maybe a giant Loch Ness monster. But this changes the current thoughts that these creatures could even lay eggs. Lead author Lucas Legendre, a postdoctoral researcher at UT Austin's Jackson School of Geosciences, said, "It's from an animal the size of a large dinosaur, but it's completely unlike a dinosaur egg. It is most similar to the eggs of lizards and snakes, but it's from a truly giant relative of these animals." Number 1. Unidentified monster. So speaking of the Loch Ness Monster, an unidentified beast was just spotted in Urquhart Bay, near the giant castle that looks over Loch Ness in Scotland. It was actually the 7th sighting of something mysterious swimming through the bay this year alone. The sighting was made by a tourist who was visiting the castle and standing at the edge of the sea cliffs. Using binoculars, the man was surveying the beach of the loch, looking for any sign of Nessie. What he saw was a huge shape, something black and slimy rising above the waves and then vanishing. According to the eyewitness, it had some kind of hump, looking like the slick back of a sea turtle. The sighting only lasted about 2 seconds, but he was very sure of what he saw. In his report, he also said that the weather was warm and sunny with excellent visibility. The tourist reported his sighting to Gary Campbell, who is keeping a record of all the monster sightings in this loch. So far, Gary has at least 1,130 alleged sightings that he's collected over the past 25 years. And he says that the reports are getting more credible as the years go by, suggesting there really is an unidentified sea monster swimming in Loch Ness. Thanks for watching. Which of these unidentified monsters is your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and come back soon for another awesome video. We'll see you next time.